I started this YouTube channel 2 months ago, which means that I have been playing Magic the Gathering for 2 months. And I'll be honest, when I first got into it, I was extremely overwhelmed with the amount of different products you can find for Magic in stores. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I bought everything. And let me tell you, for the YouTube channel, this was a great decision, but I would never recommend anyone imitate what I did. So today I want to give you guys my experience with every single product and basically give you guys a buyer's guide for Magic the Gathering from a beginner's perspective. I'm going to talk today about every single product that I've bought and tell you which ones I liked and I disliked. I'm also going to mention a couple of accessories that I've gotten myself that have really improved my experience with playing the game. And I'm going to talk about 2 apps that I consider must have for anyone who's getting into it as well. Magic the Gathering is a very expensive hobby, and it's even more expensive if you don't know what you're doing or what you're buying. So I want to try and help as many people out and try and get you into it in the best way possible. If we have any veteran players who are currently watching the video, please let me know in the comments down below if I missed out on anything. If there's anything that you highly recommend or not recommend, tell me down below. If I missed anything, please be respectful and tell me in the comments as well. If there are new players, I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments if it was. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, everybody, because we got even more Magic the Gathering products to review and unbox on the channel. And now let's get started with the buyer's guide. Okay, so first things first, before you buy any product, you can play this game for free, and I recommend you all give it a shot that way first. There is a Magic the Gathering Arena app for your phone and PC that will let you play it completely for free to start before you spend any money. Or if you have any friends or anyone that you might know that's already into it, ask to borrow a deck or go and play with them. Find a way to try the game out for free first before you jump in, because as I said in the intro, it can get very expensive very quickly. So before you commit, try the game out for free. Now, if you know you like the game and you are ready to start spending money, you still have to ask yourself a couple questions that's going to be the best way to help you get into it. The first thing is, what is your goal with Magic? Are you trying to collect cards or are you trying to play the game? Because depending on what you're trying to do, there are different products for you. After that, you have to also decide if you go with the direction of playing the game, are you trying to play the game for fun? Or are you trying to play the game competitively? Because again, depending if you're just trying to have fun and meet up with some friends every once in a while, or if you're trying to play this seriously and competitively, you're going to have different ways to buy products as well. The next thing you should look up is a theme that you enjoy, because if you guys don't know, every couple months Magic releases a new set, and those sets are always based on a different theme. So what do you like? Do you like scary things? Maybe Duskborn is the way to go. If you like little cute animals, Bloomburrow might be the set for you. Do you like cowboys? Outlaws Thunder Junction. Or they have even these Universe Beyond is what it's called, which are non-Magic world that they've partnered up with. For example, Fallout from the video game series, Assassin's Creed, and we even have Final Fantasy coming up in 2025. And in my opinion, the really big one, we've got a Marvel collaboration coming out in 2025 as well. So depending on the theme you like, look at the products based on that theme. My personal recommendation is for you guys to look at any of the newer products, so anything that came out this year or late last year, and start with one of these sets first, because they're going to be a little bit easier for you to find. If you go way too far back, some of the products will have gone either really high up in value and be extremely overpriced, or they are not valued at all, and if you're lucky and those are the themes you like, you can get them for cheaper. But if you stick to the 2024, they are all more or less the same price throughout the whole year. So look at the ones that came out this year, find the one you like, and get started with one of those. Now, if you look at all the themes that have already come out and not any of them really speak to you at the moment, that's fine. The website for Magic the Gathering have already announced a couple of their new sets that are coming out for the rest of this year and 2025. So you could check out and see what themes are coming. For example, late November, we are getting one called the Foundation set, which is a very beginner-friendly product, and I highly recommend, if you haven't started yet, to maybe look into that one. As I said earlier, we also know we have a Final Fantasy collaboration, a Marvel collaboration coming in 2025, and they've already announced, I think, 2 more universes that are in the world of Magic that are coming out in 2025 as well. So check those out. So now you've answered all the questions. You know if you want to collect or if you want to play. If you want to play for fun or if you want to play competitively. You've tried the game out for free and you have found the theme that you like. What products should you get? Well, now let's actually review every single one of these products. Now, I'm going to go fairly quick on every single one of these, but please note, on the YouTube channel, I have unboxed every single one of these products in full. So if you want to see something more in detail of any of these, make sure to check out the channel and go find that video that I unboxed that product. And now let's get into it. So the first product we're going to talk about is the starter kit, which to nobody's surprise is the first and most important thing you should buy if you're getting into Magic the Gathering. A starter kit will come with 2 decks of 60 cards all ready to play, so you can instantly, right away, start playing 2 players. It also comes with a guide that gives you everything you need to know to understand how to play the game. The decks are very easy to understand. The guide here is really helpful, and you can right away open this pack up or this box up and have 2 packs ready to go and start playing 2-player immediately. I don't think there's any product here that is more beginner friendly than the starter kit. As you can see, I bought myself the Bloom Barrel starter kit. There's not every single theme that have it, but Bloom Barrel has it, Assassin's Creed, the Foundation is definitely going to get it as well, so you could definitely try and find them. And the best part of it all, they are on the cheaper end of any of the products over here. I'm in Canada, so every price I'm going to talk about today is in Canadian, but this was $20 Canadian, which you're going to see when I talk about all the other products is way cheaper. And you can use this as a starter to then build it into other products as well. The next product that I want to talk to you guys about is the Commander deck. So if you guys don't know, a Commander deck is a 100 card deck pre-built, ready to play Commander mode, which if you haven't seen my previous video where I talk about Magic the Gathering and my experience with the game so far, Commander is my favorite way to play the game, and it's probably the one that I recommend most people to try out because it's the most fun to play in a big group. It's not always just 1v1, you could play 3 or 4 player. Each of these Commander decks is just for a single player, so if you're having multiple friends, each of you need to get one of these. But the pricing of about $45 to $50 Canadian for a Commander deck gets you a lot for your money because you have your deck. You don't have to worry about building it or preparing it. You just open it up, shuffle the cards, you're ready to play. And they have 4 sets of Commander decks per theme. So in each theme, you can then look up what style do you like to play. So for example, I have over here 2 out of the 4 from Duskmorn, and each of these play completely differently from one another, and the same way that we also have these 2 from Bloom Barrel that are also played very differently. If you have friends that are already playing Magic and they're trying to get you to jump in, this is what you want to do. Find the theme, find the commander you like, buy the commander box, you're ready to join in with your friends. If you are trying to play with a 2-player and you're both getting into it, go with the starter kit. But if you're trying to join a group of people who are already playing it, Commander is the way to go. The next thing we're going to talk about are the booster packs. These are probably the things you guys see most of the time in your stores, which are all these little packs of cards over here. So what's the difference between them? Because there's a bunch. Well, first of all, I'm very happy to say that they have simplified the booster packs with the newer sets. You only get 2 types. You have the play boosters and you've got the collector boosters, which right away from the name, you can immediately tell what's the difference. If you are trying to get some cards to play boosters the way to go. You're going to get 15 cards-ish, 14 to 15 cards in each of these booster packs, and every single one of them will give you 1 land, and then a bunch of cards that are mostly common and uncommon, but they're going to help you fill up your decks and add new cards to your pre-built stuff like the starter kit or the commander deck. So if you already own a commander deck or a starter kit, you could buy these boosters, open them up, find new cards you like, and add them to them. Now, if you're trying to collect cards, you're trying to aim for those really rare stuff that you want to potentially resell or see stuff with high value, you can find them in the play boosters, but they are extremely unlikely. What you want to get are the collector boosters. So in the collector booster, as it says, all of or most of the cards are in foil, so they have that little fancy effect to it, and they're rarer cards that are worth more. Are they more playable? Yes and no, depending on the card. It's mostly just they have higher value. So of course, depending on if you're trying to play or collect, you're going to want to choose the right pack. If you are collecting, you can still play with these cards, but you will notice right away that the foil cards have they immediately start bending and they get damaged way faster. So you want to not necessarily start shuffling these. You're going to want to sleeve them and try and keep them as safe as possible. Outside of the boosters themselves, you can also buy boxes of them. So you can actually buy a full box of collector booster or a full box of play booster. And if you get the boxes, you obviously get way more and you end up saving a little bit of money. In my case, I'll give you guys a good example. A collector booster for Duskmorn, is $30 a booster, whereas the box of 12 is $300. So it ends up basically getting me 2 of these for free if I get the box instead. These are the very expensive products that I only recommend for collectors specifically. Whereas if you're trying to get yourself a play booster box, that is really if you're trying to really build up as many cards you can and have a lot of options. The play boosters are a lot cheaper. I forgot to mention, these are about $6.50 to $7 a pack, and these are 30. So you can see immediately the difference in the prices of just the boosters and then the boxes themselves. I don't think these are my recommendations to get any of these as a beginner. I think you go with the commander or the starter kit, or unless, again, like I said, you're trying to collect, these are what you want. If you're just trying to play, you're going to pick these up once in a while. I don't think you should ever go out of your way to buy a full box of play boosters. I think, you're walking around doing some shopping, you buy yourself some food and you have some leftover money, you walk into a store and just buy a little pack, because why not? They're always fun to open and see what you get. But I wouldn't tell you guys that these are must-have, especially if you don't have any decks. This is going to take you a long time, because the 14 cards or 15 cards that you get in each of these packs will actually not be all the same color. So you might have to buy a lot of these before you can actually start building a deck only with these packs. So these are just, like it says, boosters. They are here to boost your experience or boost your deck that you already own. So don't start with these, but start buying them over time. Now, if you want even cheaper boosters, I found these 15-pack cards at dollar store. So you get 15 cards for $1.50. I don't know what's in here. This is a future video. The next product I want to talk to you guys about are the bundles. So the bundles actually come with these beautiful boxes, and inside of this box, you will be getting 9 of the play boosters inside. Plus you get to keep the box, which if I open up this box, I can show you guys real quickly. You can actually store a lot of your cards in here. It also comes with a spin down die, so you can use it for your health, keeping track of your health or anything like that, and a couple other little things there too. I actually think that this is a fantastic secondary purchase after buying either a commander or a starter kit. First of all, you're going to want something to store your cards away, the ones that you're not playing with or anything. So this is a really nice box. Is it the best box in the world? Absolutely not. You can definitely buy better stuff. But if you just want something storage-wise, this is really good. Also, price-wise, this is about $50 to $60. So, and you get the 9 play boosters. Each of these boosters are $7. So if you do the math, you are getting a lot out of the value for a bundle. So I actually do recommend these after you have bought anything else. The next product I want to talk to you guys about is something I actually never bought, so I can't show it to you guys on screen, and that's the pre-release kit. Now, personally, every single time I've seen these for sale, I have not found the value to be worth it, but I'd love for anyone who has bought them to tell me in the comments if they are or not worth their prices. A pre-release kit, as it says from the name, is a set that comes out before the new theme comes out. So let's say the Duskmourn comes out on October 27th. A week earlier, they start selling these pre-release kit, and they come with a couple boosters, some special card, and they're just a couple cards that you can start playing with and seeing what the new theme is before the official release. Every time I've seen them for sale, they have been the same price as a bundle, but for less. So for me, the 1 week early release hasn't really spoken to me, and I don't know if a beginner should really worry about the pre-release kit. These definitely feel more aimed at some veterans or more experienced players. So I would definitely say that the bundles are worth it more. Sorry, I keep showing the bad side. There's a cute otter character. The bundles are worth it more. The pre-release kit right now, when I'm looking at this site, is the exact same price as the bundle. The bundle comes with 9 boosters. The pre-release only comes with 6. So again, probably not the best, but I'd love for more people who have used it to tell me what they thought of it in the comments. And the last thing we need to talk about is, of course, the most important one probably for most people, singles. You can just buy one Magic the Gathering card. If you are aiming to play the game more competitively, this is probably what you're going to be doing. You are going to buy a deck, whether a pre-con, commander deck, or a 60 card deck, and you're going to look up online a lot of research on what are the best cards that will fit your deck, and then go find them. This is the best way to really build that perfect deck for what you're trying to do. If you are just trying to open up packs and see what you get and just mess around and you're not playing too seriously, the singles can be very expensive. But if you know what you want and you are someone who's come from a lot of card games or really like the idea of building the best deck possible, go out there and just find stores that sell singles and just buy the 1 card or 2 cards that you want and put them right in. So those are all the products that I have purchased. There's probably a bunch of other things out there that I forgot about that exist. So if you know anything, tell me in the comments down below. But like I said, you've got the starter kit, the commander boxes, the bundles, all the different types of boosters, the pre-release kit, and probably a bunch more things. The next thing you need to do, once you have decided what product you want, what theme you want, you know I'm going to jump into commander, so I want to find the commander deck. This is where it becomes tricky, and this is my biggest recommendation for everyone to try and save money. Do some research online and in local stores on the pricing. One of the big things that I have not liked about Magic the Gathering is how it doesn't seem like there's an MSRP. So there's no official price on any of these products. You can go into so many different shops and they all sell them at different prices. It's not major, but the bundle, for example, will be $49.99 in one shop, $54.99 in another shop, $69.99 in a different shop, and they're all 5 minutes away from my home. So not too sure why that's the case. Same with the play boosters or any of the boosters. They're all $1 to $2 off from place to place, and even the commander decks can sometimes be $60 all the way up to $110 for the same commander deck in different shops. So my best recommendation now is that you found out what you want. Do some research, check every single shop online you can and compare the prices and buy what you think is best worth their value. Because like I said, they are upping and down and increasing and decreasing the prices of all these products all the time. They will even do it on the same website. I'll give you guys a really good example with the Scrolled Away deck. I bought this for $49.99 off of a website. 3 days later, I sent the same link to one of my friends who wanted to buy the same deck, and the same place that I bought it for $49.99 had increased the price to $120 for this deck because they only had one left in stock, so they just jacked up the price. All of that because they had revealed what came inside, and once people started seeing the value of the deck, the prices jacked up, which is really unfortunate, but that seems to be a norm in Magic the Gathering because everyone I talked about have said, yes, they've been doing that for a long time. So be really careful as to how you're spending your money on the products. Don't always trust every single person who says we have the best prices. Do your search online and walk into many different stores, find the best price, and then buy it. You also could always check out Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji because a lot of people maybe get bored of playing Magic the Gathering and decide to resell all their stuff, and they're going to sell it for way cheaper. And most players sleeve their cards, so once you get a product off of Facebook, you could double check it, but most of the time you'll find some good stuff, good prices, and still in good condition. For example, in my case, my friends and I all bought ourselves the Cowboy set, the Outlaw Thunder Junction set, for $100 for all 4 commander decks. They are currently in stores for $50 a pop, and we got all 4 for $100, and they were in perfect condition. I could not tell that they were damaged or anything. It's just a guy played with them for a weekend with his friends, got bored, and decided to sell them on Facebook. So you can find some really nice gems on Kijiji or online used sites or Facebook Marketplace or anything like that. So check those out too. So now that we've talked about every single product for Magic, it's time for me to share with you guys all the accessories that I got for it. If you guys haven't seen, I posted a video about a month ago basically giving a review of Magic the Gathering, the game. Some of the things I liked and didn't like about the experience of playing. And in that video, I asked a lot of people to tell me, how do you make the game better, faster, and help me protect my cards and everything? And I read over 100 different comments in that comment section, which thank you, by the way. And I went out and bought almost everything that people told me, and I started just putting aside the things I loved and throwing away the things I didn't. In today's video, I want to share with you guys the stuff that are must-have that are going to just improve your experience of playing the game. So the first thing that I think everyone needs to get is a set of dice. Dice are your best friends with Magic the Gathering because you are going to be trying to remember what's the power of a card because you keep getting these buffs and nerfs and damages and everything. So these are going to be your best friend, and I highly recommend you go out of your way to get some. Luckily for me, I had a collection of board games, so I just stole some from other board games and I threw them in this box. But if you don't, just go and buy some. I do recommend you buy the smaller dice, like these ones, because they will be cheaper and they will fit better on the card. But these are your must-have right away. The next thing you're going to want to get are sleeves for your cards. Now, I have been using 2 types of sleeves. The Titan Shield, which are my transparent ones over here, and I've got the Dragon Shield, which are colorful on the back. The reason I'm using two different ones is really simple. The Titan shields are cheaper, but they're not really fun to play with. Their edges are extremely pointy, so if you're trying to shuffle your cards, you're going to be like getting scratches and poking your hand, and they're not really enjoyable. But they do a fantastic job of actually keeping your cards in good condition. And I have been able to buy the Titan Shield sets for 150 sleeves for about $12 to $15. So an extremely good price for sleeves, and you get a lot of them. So if you're just trying to collect cards, as you can see, this one is a foil card. If you're just trying to collect to one day resell, you're going to get a lot of value with these ones. I do not recommend the penny sleeves whatsoever, by the way. Now, if you have a deck of cards that you want to play with, I have actually really enjoyed the Dragon Shield or anything that's close to that one. The back of them all being the same color means that you're not worried too much about the play of people noticing what's on the back if you have any cards that are damaged or anything like that. It's also easier to shuffle and play with because they're actually really smooth and really good to use. So Dragon Shield are my recommendation to decks that you want to play with. And I would also recommend the Titan Shield for cards that you just want to sleeve to put away or anything like that. I'll have links to both of those in the comments as well. Also, very quickly, for any of those that are trying to collect and resell one day, you are definitely going to want to get these top loaders. So these, you can basically put a sleeve card inside and it's just extra protection. I bought a box of 100 of these for $40, and I don't think I'll ever need more than that, because when you sell cards, most of the time people will ask you to remove them from the top loader if you're selling it to like a shop. So you can keep a card in perfect condition in the top loader, take it to a shop to sell. You're going to take the card out, give it to them, and reuse that top loader. These are fantastic to keep cards in perfect condition. Extremely rare cards. You're definitely going to want to get these ones. The next thing I want to share with you guys is you should get yourself a box for your deck of cards that you want to play with. Now, I mentioned in most of my unboxing that every single commander deck comes with a very small, cheap box that your cards will fit in, and they will do the trick in the meantime. But when you're ready to buy a box, you should definitely go out and get a good quality one. And I'm happy to say that I have bought many different ones off of Amazon, and I've returned all of them except for one. This is my favorite accessory I have for Magic, and I'm going to show you guys right now. I wish I could remember the name, but I do not. But it's a deck box for Magic the Gathering. Look at this beauty. So right away, you're going to see it is in fantastically well made. And on each side, you will see your commander presented to you. And when you open up this box, I'm going to try and speak a bit louder. Boom, look at that. So right away, you're going to see it has room for 2 full sleeved commander decks. It comes with a divider so that you can also put the tokens for that commander deck there too. So you have your 100 cards, your tokens on the side. You can get 2. These commanders are also put in these beautifully, perfectly good condition boxes so that you can keep them protected as well for your commander. And the best part of it all, it comes with this little compartment. You open this up and you can put anything you want in here. In this case, I put every single token that I own down here too. So when I play Magic the Gathering, grab this box, take the cards out, pull the little drawer, put it on the table, we're ready to play. And I have 2 of these boxes because of how much I like these ones. This one I just showed you guys is my wife's box, which has her 2 decks and all the tokens. Whereas for me, I got the exact same one. You can see my 2 commanders over here, the Endless Punishment and the Squirreled Away. And when you open it up, you have my decks of cards, and I just took this out. But in the other one, I have all of my dice and one last must-have accessory that also goes in here. So these are, in my opinion, the best deck boxes I found because it lets you set up the game quickly, put it away, and it keeps it organized, and it just looks really beautiful. And the last must-have accessory, in my opinion, is right here. These are dry erase playing cards, aka infinite tokens. You can see right here, every single one of these playing cards, if I can open it up, plain. Absolutely nothing on them. You get yourself a marker, you're playing, and you get yourself a squirrel, so you can write an S for squirrel, and it's a 1-1 squirrel. Boom. You have a squirrel that's a 1-1. Play it on the board. As soon as you're done with it and you got to put it away, it's gone, reusable. These have been magical. It has saved us so much time to the point that we don't even use the tokens that come with the game anymore because these are just so much easier to use and put away right away. You don't have to look through all your cards to find the perfect token. Just use any of these ones and you're good to go. These were so cheap and you get 45 of them in a box. You probably don't need more than 45, but if you want more, they do sell them in bigger packs as well. I will have a link to the Amazon page for that as well. These have been a lifesaver and a time saver as well. It makes the game go by so much faster. So those are all the accessories that I recommend. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about are 2 apps that you should download for your phone that are going to help you with your experience with Magic. The first one is called the MTG Companion app. And the main reason I recommend this for everybody is because it has a life tracker. So you can see here, you could choose the amount of health you want, the amount of players you want, and how you're going to be sitting at the table. You hit start match. You hit start match, there you go, and it sets it up immediately ready to go that you guys both have your 40 health, set it up in the middle, and you just do the little minus here to decrease or increase the health as you go through it. It also has a very simple damage tracker for the commanders, so if you hit people, if someone hits you with a commander for 4 damage, go back to the game, and it sets that up. If you guys don't know, the commander, they do a certain amount of damage, it will eliminate you. So it's a really good, beautiful app to have. It's free as well. The second one that I don't necessarily recommend for everybody, this is more for our collectors, is the TCG app. So the TCG app will let you scan your cards and it will actually tell you their value of how much these cards are worth as you're getting them. So you can actually keep track of any of the cards that you have that are worth something or not over time. So if you're trying to mostly go for the collector side of things, the TCG app is really good. And that, everybody, is my buyer's guide from a beginner's perspective. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope I've helped some people find the things that they want to get. I hope you guys are interested in the accessories. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe because I got so much more Magic content coming. Comment what you thought of the video. If I missed anything, if there's something else that you recommend, or if there's anything I said that you don't recommend, let me know in the comments down below too, respectfully. Give this video a thumbs up so even more people will see it, and have a good rest of your day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.